Is New York City numb to shootings? January 1st, mass shooting in Queens, New York. A mass shooting occurred in New York City, leaving many injured and many more with lifelong trauma. This violent act took place on the very first day of the new year, a mass shooting. Yet the city's leadership was absent. No mayor, even though the mayor grew up in Queens, no NYPD commissioner, no chief of department. Now we know the city's leaders had been up all day celebrating in Times Square, so they need rest just like everyone else. But I hate to say this is what they signed up for. It's a mass shooting on the first day of the year. And the Gun Violence Archive registered it as a mass shooting, one of two mass shootings for the first day of the year. 11 victims injured. And it goes on to show the location, a concert hall, and a brief description of those injured. So it is definitely a mass shooting. I just, I can't help but to ask: is this the response for the year going forward? Is this what we're looking for? Are people just numb? And then I thought, when the CEO of the United Healthcare was killed, there were numerous press conferences, a lot of resources used. The response to just let the public know that everything is going to be okay was a lot different than what we see here. Let's listen to the press conference. This press conference is 3 minutes and 35 seconds. The press conference from before the other mass shooting was 4 minutes and 18 seconds.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. I'm Philip Rivera, Chief of Patrol, and with me tonight are Assistant Chief Kevin Williams, Patrol Borough Queens South, and Inspector Donald Bowler, Detective Borough Queens South. Let me start by saying that there's zero tolerance for these senseless shootings, these horrible acts of violence on our streets, and those responsible for this crime will be apprehended and brought to justice. The information I'm about to provide is preliminary and subject to change, as this incident just happened a few hours ago. Last night, January 1st, at approximately 11:18 p.m., the NYPD received multiple 911 calls for several people shot in front of an event space located here at 91-12 144th Place. Our initial investigation revealed that approximately 90 people were inside the location in an upstairs private event space. The venue was at capacity, and a queue of about 15 people formed outside, awaiting as other attendees exited. Four males were walking eastbound on 91st Avenue onto 144th Place towards the venue. 3 to 4 males then opened fire over 30 times in the direction of the group standing outside the event space, striking multiple victims. The males fled on foot westbound on 91st Street towards 143rd Place, where they entered a light-colored sedan with out-of-state plates. Officers responding to the multiple 911 calls found a total of 10 victims, 6 females, 4 males, which were taken to area hospitals. All of the victims are expected to recover with non-life-threatening injuries. The public has been very instrumental in the recent weeks to help us capture dangerous individuals like these 4 men. We ask the public, if you see something, say something, and call our Crime Stoppers tip line. All calls are confidential. That's 1-800-577-TIPS, 1-800-577-TIPS. I will now take a few questions.
So you can't really hear the reporter's question, but he's asking, is this gang related?
That's one of the avenues that we're pursuing, but it's too early to determine right now.
The next person is going to ask, is this, uh, could this be a terrorist attack?
This is not a terrorist attack.
The next report is asking the ages of those that are injured?
Approximately 16 to 20 years old. It was a private event. We were still looking into the actual determination of what was the source of it and why it was occurring, but we'll get to that.
The next report is going to ask, is this going to cause more investigations? They're going to see if there was underage drinking, if there were permits and licenses, and everything with the building was okay, the party was okay.
We'll take a look into that. That's part of our review. We're very familiar with this location, and we'll look into all sorts of licensing and whether they're appropriately operated.
So, how many shell casings did they find at the scene?
Approximately 30 shots, and we're still going through ballistics evidence to come up with an accurate number.
All right, everyone, thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts? Is New York City numb to shootings? Until next time.